George Mitchell, and I'm your guest host, Salim Williams, today. And today is Political Tuesday. So we're going to talk about some politics. Um, First, I just wanted to start off by telling everybody, don't forget, every Tuesdays and Thursdays Tuesdays and Fridays, we have the food pantry down here at LH Network Community Center. And our phone number is 443-759-8921. And our address is 5011 Arbutus Avenue. And we have a food pantry on Tuesdays and Fridays. And seniors 62 or older, call us down here, and we can have food delivered to your homes. If you call our number 443-759-8921 by 4 p.m. on Mondays to have your food delivered by the next week. So today, the political climate is kind of crazy right now, especially with the pandemic going on and the elections and the pandemic all going on at the same time. I just wanted to just talk about a little bit about the presidential candidacy, the presidential run, because I've more recently just been getting into politics. Like, as a kid, I hadn't been really interested in learning about politics very much, just because it had been perpetuated to me that the system was not for me, or not good for me at least, or that, even in school I was being taught the wrong things. I was being taught lies, So I just wanted to, this year I recently just been getting more politically involved and just understanding more about politics, reading more, learning more, just researching into these candidates and how do they behave, things like that, because I know the political climate in America is pretty treacherous. So right now, all of the candidates have dropped out of the race for the presidential race for 2020, except for Joe Biden and Donald Trump. So you guys, you can call in on the Heights Radio Show at 410-481-1010, and we can talk about what y'all think about Trump or Biden, or what do you guys think about, how the way America is going. What do you think about, just in general, the election? How do you think that it might go, especially with this pandemic going on and everybody recovering from the pandemic, and it's just like a kind of a weird still time for America, and we in the middle of an election at the same time. I did a little bit of research on the candidates, and they are pretty, I don't really know how to put it. It's like, it's very weird. What I'm coming to find is like, they are taking our fears and the things that we don't want to happen, or maybe things that we do want to happen. You know what I'm saying? They playing on our emotions and on our needs, and our survival. They're playing on it to be able to secure a position to control all of us. So it's like, it's really weird. What I've been seeing, how like Joe Biden, for example, right? He says that I've constantly seen him saying that he thinks that we are in a, hold up, let me just go to my notes because I wrote this down. He says we are living through a battle for the soul of this nation in America. And he says that if Donald Trump gets another 8 years in the presidency, another 4 years in the presidency, then it will forever fundamentally alter the character of this nation.
You have a caller.
All right, cool. And I just, I'm not necessarily buying his spiel. because he just says things like he says things and just to appease how we feel. You know what I'm saying? Like he says that you shouldn't a political representative shouldn't play on the fears and needs of the people and should actually just represent what they represent and do what they say they are going to do. But his campaign literally is ran on fear. Like if you watch his first campaign speech or whatever, little YouTube video announcing that he was running for the presidency, has a video of people running around like rioting, saying basically he's going to be able to better solve the COVID pandemic and he'll be better able to handle the riots and things like that. And he just rants and raves on all of these things that in his past maybe he has not done so well on. Also, he talks about how he's going to do so much reform for the black community when he is one of the people who helped sign on to create some of these crazy situations for our people within the criminal justice system and things like that. But I'll take the first caller. Hey, how you doing? When we call on, we say we love each other and, just speak your mind.
I know, brother Salim. Got the love to you. No, Donald Trump is a promoter. Oprah and Bobby Brown. You remember the guy could sing in the 80s, My Prerogatives. They made this guy rich, but they didn't know his politics. I suspected that. I'm from down south. I said, a white man going to keep his foot on my neck unless I allow it. I'm just saying that he's one man. And if you can't compete with one man, you sure can't compete with that party.
Right.
But like people like Ben Carson, because he said something very awful about Baltimore, and I think he's from Baltimore. That's Ben Carson, the doctor, because he's from Detroit. He said Baltimore is like cancer. There's no cure for it. And that's not he's not even honor his own Hippocratic oath because he's supposed to be in the business of helping someone. Right. He wanted to jack up the rates for the housing. So this is why I said that Donald Trump is a typical white man. I'm from down south. I say you ignore him. And, all these rich folks like Oprah, they ran with him. Don King ran with him. So they was running for his money. One thing Donald Trump said to President Obama that made me start listening to him. I said, Donald Trump has never been a politician. Right. He told President Obama, I give you $5 million if you do something for your people. Donald Trump, look right here night. We deal with a corona. Right. We need God, and it's a human nature. We need money. That stock market is at 26,000. There's a lot of black folks working in the government. Got them 401ks. Right. They secretly gonna vote for Donald Trump. I got a cousin that voted for him. He said, "Well, Al Sharpton ain't put no economics in no black community." I was saying this. This is why I called. Lori Lightfoot, the police lady. Right. All that money in the stock market, and she got that plan. I hope she doesn't become the vice president. She fired Eddie Johnson. Now she's seeing the same trick bag that all the other politicians, because Rahm Emanuel was dealing with it. Even President Obama is from Chicago. Michelle. Their crime problem is worse than Baltimore because it's in the news. And New York, they got $27,000 stock market. How come we can't get all this money? I'll tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. A lot of Democrats. That's why I say I like Brandon Johnson because he's not vocal. He's not making enemies. When Democrats get in power, we got our cronies too. Like Sean Puffin called that dropped out of Howard. He got him a network. You see him hiring people. Jay-Z got buku money. He ain't hiring nobody. Right. At least Magic and Michael Jordan said, we'll donate some money. You better get yours because this black folks got business. Definitely. Donald Trump like money too, but black folks, they get money. They get the same disease he get, like Ben Carson. They don't want to pay nothing. What Chicago got, they ain't got no economics there. If a 3-year-old child's dying, they say, I don't even know what this is. And we talk about picking a woman. I said, she about to talk about some economics. I like Cuomo. Cuomo? The stock market, this is a fact. This is not an opinion. It's the stock market almost $27,000. I'm still looking for God to let some of that money rain on the black community. I'm going to fall off and I'm going to say this. One thing Donald Trump told President Obama to make him think, you're against reparations, President Obama. He said, I'll give you $5 million if you do something for your people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's not being demeaning. You're a young cat.
Yeah.
Race, your skin color is not gonna feed you. You better. I'm saying that. I'm gonna tell you this right. When you went to when these people went to Juneteenth, they were saying we don't like Trump. They did the Cupid shuffle there, and that's not no economics.
Yeah.
Our ancestor was building economic, but the white folks destroyed our economics. Something to think about, Doc. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, most definitely. I see exactly what you're saying. And,
Cupid shuffle is no economics.
Yeah, it's like
In 2020, there's no economic. I can do the Cupid shuffle, but most people want economic.
Right, exactly.
That's why a lot of these secret blacks are voting for Trump.
Yeah, because
have a going, Doc. And economic, you need God and money every day.
Yes, sir. But
I don't see how you gonna make it without either one.
Most definitely.
Thank you, now.
Yep, thank you. I appreciate you for speaking to us today. And yeah, that's like a great point. I definitely believe that, in this world, it's like you gotta have your sanity and then and your God and your spirituality, and then you gotta have money, because you can't eat if you don't got money. Except if you come down here to the Langston Hughes Community Center, and we can get you some food on Tuesdays and Fridays, and with our food pantry. So
I have 2 more calls.
All right, cool. And so, yeah, I like Donald Trump. He seems to be, trying to bridge the economic gap with Black America. He seems to just, want to give the money out equally. I feel like if we want to see change, it has to be done over a lot of years, and we had to put someone in office that we can trust, that will, keep on fighting for the change through all of their terms. You know what I'm saying? Because we can't have a person who tells us, like, every election, it seems like it's people that's telling us that they're going to help us and demand change for our communities just to be able to get our votes. And then it turns out otherwise afterwards, like always. So we need to figure out our own political independence at this point, is what it seems to me. Because it seems like these white guys, they really just, like, they're white, so they can't know what's best for Black people. You know what I'm saying? So we need to be able to have our own representatives in these positions to get us what we need to get. And we can take another caller. Hey, how you doing? This is Salim Williams, and I'm your guest host today on the Heights Radio Show.
Hey, Brother Williams. This is Brother Carlos. I love you, brother, and thank you for your commentary. I just wanted to hit a couple quick points. I won't be very long.
All right.
But I agree with you that there's not one of the white candidates, including Joe Biden, who does not come out of a white world and a white milieu environment that they are used to, and of course, Trump came out of an environment where his father was a member of the Ku Klux Klan,
right,
in New York, and practiced many things of discrimination against people of color.
Right.
So we're probably going to have to hold our nose and vote this time around. But I can't. I'm trying to figure out the empirical evidence out there that Trump has tried to bridge the gap in the Black community as far as Black empowerment and as far as Black economics. I'm gonna wait for the empirical evidence and see what you have to say to verify that particular station. I'm looking for empirical evidence and veracity. Now, I'm going to go back to Joe Biden, right, and what you called the crime bill, what it was, 1994, what have you. Now, a lot of people forget that was a ton of people, including black ministers and other Black prominent officials, who were clamoring, and also people of regular statute, people, normal citizens, who were clamoring for a crackdown on the drug epidemic that was enveloping Baltimore. They were marching on Washington and going to meetings and so forth in Washington, asking the federal government to do something about the drug problem, what they call, and I agree with Hillary Clinton on this. A lot of people will criticize me. I agree that there were super predators out there. I crossed paths with some of them in Baltimore. And, you know, the name of few, Little Melvin, Liddy Jones, and I'm going all the way back to Henry James. But a lot of them were super predators. So the black community was clamoring for help. Now, did they go too far? I know they did, for sure, because whenever the government gets involved, they make a profit center out of big things and little things.
Okay.
In which cases they locked up a lot of people for misdemeanors, marijuana, for pills, and a lot of times the police planted evidence and concocted drug sentences on people. But don't forget that particular underlying thing that the community was asking for. Now, we know that Trump, by his own admission, is a threat to whatever we understand as to being democracy and what the rule of law is to this country. And for another 4 years may take us down a deeper hole. I think that we need to go give Joe Biden a chance. Now, you know, this is the reason why, and I'll get off here with this.
Okay.
When Obama could not do certain things because he came out and said that I'm not just a black president for the black people, but I'm a president for all the people because of the color of his skin, and he knew he would face ferocious attack from Republicans. Biden will come in and with a white skin and say, well, I don't care about what people say and complain. I'm going to do what the hell is right. I'm going to help the black community. I'm going to institute some things that Obama should have done. And I think he might be that because of his lifelong experience with tragedy and circumstances in his own life. Now, can I guarantee that? No, I can't guarantee it, and you can't guarantee it, and nobody else can guarantee it. Right. All we can do is to take a chance and give him 4 years. So you're gonna ride with the racist Ku Klux Klan person that sicked the dogs on the people in Washington D.C. last night in the park and threatened to shoot them if they took down some statues and so forth, and says that every day with somebody who's going to come with at least some common sense, my bro. And I thank you for taking my call. Do you have any questions for me?
Not necessarily. No, thank you. But I appreciate you sharing. I appreciate your input too. But we got to remember one other thing, my brother. Mm-hmm. There's a certain paralysis of analysis that we get into in our politics and so forth. And we got to get rid of that paralysis of analysis at some point in time and stop copping out and saying that, hey, we can't get out here and vote because it doesn't do us any good and what have you.
because we don't have enough bullets or guns to go the other route. Thank you for your time.
Yep. Well, yeah, that's some good points, definitely, and I'm a strong believer of, like Malcolm X's political ideals, because that's what I came behind, and that seems to make the most sense to me. Black nationalism, is really what makes the most sense to me, because like Malcolm X said, I believe he was in an interview with Eleanor Fisher, and she asked him, like, what do black people think that we can hold on, let me just look it up. Okay.
You have 2 callers.
All right, I had 2 callers. Take you guys in a second. All right. So do you think that we should be giving dignity and put on the same level as white people in society, like as black people, right? And Malcolm X said no, because I don't think you can. And she was talking about how Rosa Parks fought peacefully to not get off the bus, and Malcolm X fought peacefully to not get off the bus. And she was just comparing Malcolm X's ideals and of force and any means necessary, not necessarily force and not necessarily peacefulness, but any means necessary. And he said, no, I don't think you can. Having an opportunity to ride either on the front or the back or in the middle of someone else's bus doesn't dignify you. When you have your own bus, then you have dignity. When you have your own school, you have dignity. When you have your own country, you have dignity. When you have something of your own, you have dignity. But whenever you are begging for a chance to participate in that which belongs to someone else, or use that which belongs to someone else on an equal basis with the owner, that's not dignity. That's ignorance. If I may add, for instance, King and these others will say they are fighting for the Negro to have equal job opportunity. How can people, a group of people such as our people who own no factories, have equal job opportunities competing against the race that owns the factories? The only way the two can have equal job opportunities is if black people have factories as well as white people have factories. And then we can employ whites or we can employ blacks, just like they can employ whites or they can employ blacks. But as long as the factories are in the hands of the whites, the housing is in the hands of the whites, the school system is in the hands of the whites, you have a situation where blacks are constantly begging the whites, can they use this or can they use that? And that's not any kind of equality of opportunity, or nor does it lend towards one's dignity. So, in order to really get out, I believe this, in order to really get our ideals and stand high as an equal part person in this world, and equal part nation in this world, we have to be, one, definitely given the opportunities, like to be able to head our own industry, because the gaps of disparagement between like people wealth in white society versus black society, and unemployment in black society versus white society, and schooling and retention rates of black society versus white society is like an unparalleled gap to any other type of group in America, whether it be Asians or any whatever immigrant or migrant groups are here, and we've been here from the start, forcibly, not even by our own choice. So I feel as though we should, by our own choice, create our own lane. And this is the Heights Radio Show with your guest host Salim Williams, and I want to take a caller.
Hello.
Hey, how you doing, man? Love you, man.
How you doing? Love you much, man. Okay, here we go. If we build this country,
right,
I mean, sweat, tears, back, blood, all that. White folks didn't deal with this country.
Right.
It was on the back of black folks, right? So tell me something. Where are your bulldozers, your Potts and Callahan, your Whippings and Planners? Come on now. Robert Clay was the last of whatever, and he did not kill himself. Okay? Where your hard hat at? I haven't seen a young... When I was coming up, at least you always seen a brother with a hard hat on. Now, I'm telling these young brothers, I want you to get a gang. I want you to get a gang, all right?
Right.
But here's the kind of gang I want you to get. You go find an apprenticeship to be a plumber. You go find an apprenticeship to be an electrician. You go find the one to be a carpenter. Then y'all get y'all gang together and get your own little group company. That's the gang I want to see.
Right.
Yesterday, they talked about George, about y'all giving out food and everything. But they never mentioned his name. Never.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, what happened when Arsenio Hall set Farrakhan on that stage? He got fired.
Yeah.
Right away. Do you really think them entertainers can do anything they want with their money? Really? Oprah ain't no.
Right.
What is going on?
Right,
You don't have no truck.
Hold that
You don't
thought.
have no truck. You don't have no distribution centers. Where?
Hello?
Hey, excuse
Hold
me,
that
bro.
thought.
Hold
We're
on.
going to take a station ID.
Yeah.
all right.
WOLB Baltimore and WERQ FM HD3 Baltimore.
All right, you're back.
All right, yo, we back.
Okay. You don't have no truck, no tractor trailer. Why not? No trucking company. No. No distribution centers.
Right.
You know what I mean? All this, and check this out. Black Lives Matter, all lives matter. But as fast as you want to saying Black Lives Matter, they done gunned you down in the back. They done hung two of them. You keep on marching. Now tell me, what does the Irish have, the Jews have, the Italians have that you ain't got? They got the Irish mafia. They got the Jewish mafia. Here this boy done shot this woman, and she was pregnant, and the baby. That would have been, you'd have seen little Louis and all them in a New York minute in their community. And they did it now.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, turn all them people around, go down to Annapolis and say, give me my HBCU money. Turn all them people around and start looking at, like you said, your economic power.
Right.
Where's your Pastor Callahan? You're the ones that built it. Where your backhoe driver? Your crane operator?
Right.
Where they at?
Right.
That's what you should be. That's what you get. You know, where's your minority set aside? That's what Biden did. If you want anybody to talk about anything, where's your minority contract?
Definitely.
You ain't got none.
Yeah, we don't, because like how you saying, I appreciate everything you saying, man. Like we're being barred. Everything that we do is being bars put in front of us. We gotta just look through the bars. They like, you gone too far. You gone too far now. Stop at these bars. And it's crazy. The opposition that we face we don't even always know who the enemy is. We know the general enemy, but right now we sitting here having a debate about if Trump or Biden is going to be the better leader, but both of them, we know both of them don't have our best interests at hand. So why are we even, having this conversation? It's crazy, but it's our reality.
Now, let me say this one thing. Yesterday,
Right.
There's a guy that's in the Army, in the military,
Right.
who's setting up his own men to be killed.
Oh, man.
He's part of the group is called the Nine Angels, a serious racist whatever group.
Okay.
Setting up blacks now. And they getting ready to do him in, but they caught him. But still, that's his mindset.
Yeah.
That's his mindset. How you going to change his mind?
Right. That's
Because they all infiltrated in a lot of different parts of this society.
Exactly.
Generational police. My granddaddy was one, my great granddaddy was one, and I'm one too.
Yeah.
I'm done, man.
All right, man. Yeah, I appreciate you, man. And it's crazy. Like we facing the opposition at all angles. We think that, we can be a part of the system and try to actually build it and make better for ourselves, but it's a lot of things that's opposing us. And me personally, just being a 21-year-old, I feel like the greatest options that we have is like, the African proverb, Sankofa, you got to look backwards to go forward. So we had to look at these people who have been deemed as black terrorists. They actually created a law that black nationalists can be deemed as terrorists. But they were called terrorists, but actually they were having ideas and visions and putting forth talks and dialogues that are going to move the people forward. You know what I'm saying? And will get us into a mindset.
You have another caller.
All right. And put us into a mindset that we will be able to, flourish in business and flourish in economics and all of these things. You know what I'm saying? That we need to be able to go against or have our own within this system. And that's, I think, the most important thing is having our own, because like we saying, like the caller just got off the phone said, like the caller before that said, the system is perpetuating against us. It's literally written down in laws that there cannot be large figures to empower black people, or they had to be terminated by the government. Like, it's literal legislation that's going against our flourish, us being great. And this the Heights Radio Show with your guest host Salim Williams, and I want to take the next caller. Hey, how you doing? Caller? All right, no caller. We can't hear you. Just to let you know if you're there. But yeah, I just had been doing a little bit of research today, and when he asked me what was the empirical data about Trump helping the black community and stuff like that, in the HBCUs, he provided $500 million in loans to HBCUs and protected $80 million in Title III carryover funding. He signed a budget deal that forgave $300 million in debt owed by 4 HBCUs and provided $10 million in loan payment deferments for schools that face financial difficulties. He signed the Future Act into law, which permanently funds HBCUs by the government and simplifies the FAFSA application as well. And criminal justice, which is a big thing for, black people because of the system is being unproportionately biased towards us because the white population in America is greater than the black population, but the black prison population in America is greater than the white prison population, so that's disproportionate. And Donald Trump has signed the First Step Act into law, which is shortens mandatory minimum sentences for nonviolent drug crimes, and offenders sentenced under racially motivated mandatory minimums have petitioned to are allowed to petition for reevaluation. 90% of the people who have had their sentences reduced or have been released are black Americans due to the First Step Act. He has launched the Ready to Work initiative, which helps release prisoners gain meaningful employment, and has now proposed the Second Step Act to partner with corporate America to create opportunities for former prisoners to rejoin society. That's just a few things that that Trump has done or says that he has done for the black community, or that I see that impact the black community. And this is the Heights Radio Show with your guest host, Salim Williams, and I'll take the next caller. Hey, how you doing?
Ooh, hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Yes?
I can't hear you.
You can't?
You know what? I can hear you through the radio, but is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm not getting an echo.
Oh, okay, good. I want to know where you getting all this information from, because I haven't seen it anywhere.
Just search up the First Step Act.
First Step Act.
The Future Act.
The First Step?
Yeah, the First Step Act and the Future Act. And
Okay, wait a minute. I'm pulling over to the side now so I can hear everything you're saying. You said the First Act?
The First Step Act, which is the
First Step Act.
Yeah, which is the criminal justice
and that
reform.
was passed in 2020?
No, not in 2020.
That was passed in 2020?
No, that was during earlier in Trump's term. But and
honey,
also the
I ain't never heard of none of this stuff.
All right.
First Step Act.
All right, you can do the research just like
You
I did.
signed it and money mine.
The Future Act.
Okay, no, I'm. Oh, it's another one?
Yeah, and the Capital Financing Program.
Okay, I'm going to look them up. Now we'll be calling you back.
All righty. Yeah, so this, the oppositions that we face. I'm just here to give you guys the good info. I have a unbiased opinion because I don't really know anything about politics. Like one of our callers was saying that it's not right to tell people, don't vote and stuff like that. And it's not right for me. It feels not right for me to tell people to vote or who to vote for because I don't really know much about the process. So I'm not trying to influence anyone politically here. I have no opinion when it comes to this.
You have another caller.
All right. And also, I just, really adopt the philosophies and thoughts of my counterparts physically as well as, mentally, like Malcolm X, Martin Luther King, Assata Shakur, Angela Davis, all our great leaders, great black nationalists, the Black Panther Party. All of us, we are, standing tall, fighting for our people. And that's the thing that we need to really be focused on. That was funny that the woman said that she never heard of those things because literally before maybe like February when this coronavirus stuff really started like going viral and like going crazy everywhere, and I didn't really know much about politics at all. Like, I knew it was the Republican Party, the Democratic Party, the Independents, and presidents and stuff, congressmen. Like, you know, I knew the positions and the stuff that they teach us in school, but I never really been involved in like deep conversations with people about it. It seems like people don't even really want to talk about this stuff. They feel like the reality of it is kind of harsh. But this is the Heights Radio Show with your guest host, Salim Williams, and I want to take that caller. Hey, caller, how you doing today?
Hey, how you doing? I just wanted to make a quick comment. This is James from Pennsylvania. You got more black people in the American judicial system than all the black nations around the world combined. Yeah, just look into it, and you know, I rest my case with that. But great show as usual, and I continue to listen out there.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you for calling in and letting us know that. Do you see the disproportionate effects of the systemic racism and oppression on our people? And we have to talk about this on Political Tuesday because it's in all facets of our life. It's in our politics. We had a black president, and people that's black say he didn't do anything for us. The president, like our caller earlier said he's not a president for black people, he's a president for all the people. But no, that doesn't add up. After we had this injustice and all of this crazy stuff done to us for hundreds of years, ship people on boats, like, what? And you're going to be the president for everybody? No, we need somebody radical that's going to come in there and at least make the changes that we need to make and get out. If anything, you know what I'm saying? And take all the scrutiny that comes with that, because sacrifices was needed to be able to make gain. You know what I'm saying? People out here always, you know, with their head down and all of that stuff, but have never helped a person a day in their life. You know what I'm saying? And thinking that life is so hard and bad, and don't use their own abilities and their own wherewithal to actually just help the person next to them. So most people couldn't even imagine the magnitude of helping the entire race of people. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big problem that we have now. Like, back in the day, I used to remember, like, people always saying, like, older people always tell me, like, my neighbor could chastise me. You know what I'm saying? My neighbor could teach me a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I knew my neighbors on my whole block, things like that. Nowadays, we don't know each other. We live in apartment buildings. We don't know our next door neighbors. We don't know downstairs, upstairs. We don't know anybody. We just know the people that we know, and we feel like that's okay and cool. But if we are all facing the same opposition, we are all facing this same system, these same people that's out to kill us. Like, it's no way ever to put it. They're out to kill us. And we can't band together to stop them. That's a kind of a disgrace. And we need to really look at ourselves and realize what we're doing to play a part in our own, you know, failure in our mission, because we do it is, you know, it's the system that's perpetuating upon us, and we are doing things to go against the system, but we gotta go harder, y'all. We gotta turn the fire up. You know, something gonna happen. It's change happening. Y'all see it, we see it, you know, but it's not gonna happen overnight, and it's not gonna happen just by a week, a month. We gonna have to protest for, what was the Birmingham boycotts? 389 days. The Birmingham boycotts from the buses was 389 days. That's over a year. If we can't do a protest for over a year, then we can't even see a change, because that's the only way something got changed back in the day. People getting up on their feet and doing something. Action. You know what I'm saying? This is the Heights Radio Show with your guest host, Salim Williams, and I'll take that caller. Hey, Carla, how you doing?
Good afternoon. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. How you
Hello
doing?
there. For a guy who don't know much about politics, you're doing a pretty good job, my man.
Thanks, man.
You're doing a real good job. Let me tell you a story here.
Right.
Then I get off the line. You want to know a good book to read?
Yeah.
That did America Slavery Begin. That's a good book to get. You get that, you can learn it all.
Can you say it one more
And the
time?
guy name was Edward Huxley. Beg your pardon?
Can you say the name of the book again?
Say it again. How did America Slavery Begin?
Okay.
Edward Huxley, Countryman. You get that book, and you will know it all. It started way back when in the beginning. People keep thinking or act about black people. They're always making movies or telling a story about black people. Always start with slavery.
Right.
No. We didn't start from slavery. This land first belongs to the Indians.
Right.
Then they brought us over here. And the Indians and the blacks was hooking up together when they divided us away from the Indians.
Right.
And tried to take over. That's the way it all really started.
Yes,
They had white people who were slavery too. You understand what I mean? That's where the term redneck come from. They put them in the bottom of the ship like they get up and put a collar around their neck. When they get here, they can tell them apart about the ones who here white and the ones who they brought over white because their neck was red and everybody think, oh, redneck, that's a good term. No, it's not. They were slaves.
Right.
So you get that book and you read it and you come back on, I'm going to call you and ask you about it because if I start telling you about it, you ain't going to get it done. You ain't going to read it. Go to the library and ask for that book.
All right. Yes, sir.
How the slavery began.
Right.
Okay, my brother?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Love you, man.
All right. Love you too, man. Appreciate
Love you, man. You're doing a good job. Keep it up.
All right, man. Thanks. Yeah, I'm loving all the positive affirmations y'all giving me, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Yesterday, I was real nervous on the show, but today I'm feeling like in a groove a bit. But yeah, I just think.
But I was calling you yesterday too. I'm encouraging you. You're doing a good job.
Yes, sir.
Don't let nobody tell you you're not, because a lot of them scared to even go near the subject. Okay?
Yes, sir.
You're doing a good job, bro.
Yes, sir.
And I'll be calling you, checking up on your money about the military and all that. I'll call you about. I'm the guy who was telling you about the guys I go visit.
Yeah, yep.
It's shut in and on talk about the, So I know what it's about. So that's why I'm telling you, you're doing a good job. I don't care what nobody say. Don't let them just encourage you. You're doing a great job, man. Okay, my brother?
Yes, sir.
Take care. I'll catch you next week or whenever you come back in, all right?
All right, for sure.
Peace
yes,
on, bro.
All right, peace. Love you, man. Yeah, man. See this, man? See the love that we share as black people. Like, why can't we just perpetuate this all into the universe? Like, I just wish, like, one day we could wake up and everything will be okay. Don't we just wish that? But in reality, we got to vote in, November? Man, this is going to be my first time voting for a president. I'm nervous. Like, I don't know what to do. Because
I have another caller.
All right. Because it's a lot of people like Joe Biden. This guy Joe Biden, he's like so crazy to me because I saw him say something like, you're not black if you don't vote for me. Go, and he said, and if you don't want to vote for me, then go vote for one of the other candidates. I don't care. Like, that was just weird to me. Like, he's just very weird. Like, when I'm watching his talks and his speeches, it's very different from the things that he writes. You know what I'm saying? So when he talks, it sounds like, all right, this is how he really feels. You know what I'm saying? This is like a white man talking. You know what I'm saying? A white man that owns businesses, and like a high up in the government, been a senator for years and years. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell who he is when he talks, but when he writes, it's so like conniving. He's trying to trick us all to think he's like for everyone, when I'm not sure that he is. But I'm not sure that Donald Trump is either. I'm pretty sure Donald Trump is like a narcissist, and he's like, all for himself. And I'm pretty sure like what it was those black women at the Trump rally the other day, and they said Trump don't see black or white, he sees green. Like, I'm pretty sure that's probably true. Like, he's pretty messed up in the head. You feel what I'm saying? And aren't we all? But that's the constant challenge of life, and like the things that we go through is just to make us better and to make us grow. So when we see people that's in these positions ahead of us, that's supposed to be in charge of us, and they don't take these opportunities of their mistakes that we point out and use those to grow and change and actually show us that change, then there's no way that we can trust them. Like, if a person does not want to grow, then how can they help you? Like, it's not really that hard of a thing to see. When you look at these people's faces, you can see that, I don't know, they're just they're acting kind of like they're kind of acting. I don't know if it's only like that for me, because I'm just looking into a lot of politics and really watching all of these things, but it's a lot of fakeness, scriptedness, and all of that stuff. But in some ways it does have to be that way. I understand, like national security and all of that stuff. But by the same token, when you running for an office that's like for the people, you know what I'm saying? You have to be transparent, and you have to be for the people, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just say anything's up there like, vote. If you don't want to vote for me, then vote for somebody else. Like, that's just kind of weird. I don't know. But this is Salim Williams, and I'm your guest host for the Heights Radio Show today, and I'll take the next caller. Hey, caller, how you doing today?
I'm well. I'd like to speak regarding the person that called about 5 callers back.
All right.
And he said that Obama didn't do anything for black people.
Right.
And I have heard many black men say the same thing.
Right.
And the reason they're saying that is because they have not gone on the internet and see the things that Obama has done.
Right.
And the things that Obama is doing now. And I think that when they say that, they forget that Obama is not the president for black people. Obama is the president for all Americans.
Right.
And one other thing that they forget. Obama tried to do many things, but when you're working as the President of the United States, the Congress has to agree to the terms of any legislation. And most people heard that when Obama became president, Mitch McConnell said he was going to be a one-time president. That meant that the Republican Party would not pass any legislation that Obama saw fit to pass.
Right.
Obama only passed laws and regulations based on executive order. That means he had to work outside of the Republican Party. And one other thing about ethnic groups that are coming to America, they work hard. I see so many black men in Baltimore sitting down on their bottoms, getting food stamps and vouchers. President Obama is not going to give you food stamps or vouchers. You're supposed to get out and work for yourself.
Right.
It's sad that we in America are still thinking that the government should take care of us.
Right.
The government is not supposed to take care of you, especially people in the Baltimore area. They are lazy. They are not fulfilling their potentials because I work in the school system. Your kids do not want anything to do with education. That's why they don't have any skills. They are not productive, and they don't want what other ethnic groups want. And another thing is, I think a lot of black men say that Obama hasn't done anything is because they are jealous of him. They are jealous of his accomplishment, and they are jealous because they did not work hard to fulfill their potentials in life. They are to blame themselves because they feared hard work and they felt that the government should take care of them. They have to get rid of that attitude, and they have to teach their young men how to work, how to acquire skills, so that they can be productive.
Yes, ma'am, I agree.
And when you think about voting for a presidential, for the president, you have to go on the internet, and you cannot talk about a president that's running for the president now. You cannot do that until you have gone on the internet and seen what he has done and what he will do for all people. But he's not going to take care of you. You are adults.
Right.
Get a job, take care of yourselves and your families.
Exactly.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Yeah, no problem. I appreciate you. Thank you for sharing. And yeah, that's some well-needed grilling from the ladies, you know. Y'all need to get y'all shit together. We have to be good out here, regardless of who is in control of the government or what. Like, you gonna let the president dictate if your child eats or things like that? I don't know. That's not very man-like. I'm just gonna say that. I do agree that there's a lot of research that has to be done when looking into a political candidate, and also I do believe there's a lot of propaganda that's also you're faced with when looking for a political candidate. That's why I think the best way to do your research on a political candidate is go to the actual campaign website, look at the things that they say they've done and they're doing, then do your research on those things and see, you know, what they say they will do and have done, and then go to like YouTube as a search engine and look up interviews and different meetings and things like that with those candidates and just weed out your votes that way. But I thank you guys for hopping on today and listening to me and listen to all our callers and talk about politics today on this Tuesday. And, you know, I just want to leave a message with y'all of black nationalism. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that could be the next step for our people to get stronger politically. Economically, we know what we have to do. We have to start our businesses and get our education. But politically, I think black nationalism might be the way for us. But yeah, I thank you guys for watching the Heights Radio Show with your guest host Salim Williams. Don't forget to give us a call at Langston Hughes Community Center, 443-759-8921. Thank y'all for tuning in today.
Thank you for listening to the Heights Radio Show with your host, Georgie Mitchell. Now on 5 days a week from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. You heard right. Now on Monday through Friday at the same time from 3:30 p.m. to 4:30 p.m. on WOLB 1010 a.m. You can contact Mr. Mitchell at GEM14 or call down to the Langston Hughes Community Business and Resource Center at 443-759-8921 as we keep this positivity train rolling. See you next time, same station. Welcome to the Heights.
I suggest myself like innuendo. I'm in her window, Romeo and Julie.